Howdy folks, welcome to episode 53 of the Churner's Digest. My name is Alex, otherwise known as For the Z. As always, we'll start with a disclaimer. I'm not a financial or tax advisor. This is not financial or tax advice. This is for entertainment purposes only, but please enjoy. Intro music was by my brother's band, Sweaty Lemon. Information in the show notes. I think I'm going to put a new song of theirs on at the end of the episode, so stay tuned for that. I think they have some new band members and they're trying some new stuff, so figured I'd share. Why not? No new Patreon members this week, but as always, shout out to Kung Fuhrer, Cleed, Dion, Erica, and Shu Hui for their contributions to the Cleed tier. The Patreon has 3 tiers, or actually 4 tiers. $1 balance waiver, a $1.99 balance waiver. Information's in the Patreon description for those tiers. The $5 tier, which has Discord access, which also includes access to the suggestions channel where I take suggestions. If there's stuff you want to submit me, you can always shoot me an email, but I'm definitely quicker over Discord. And the pre-episode discussion channel, that's a new one. There's some stuff that, the Patreon has access to my show notes already, but that's kind of inaccessible. It's just like a big never-ending doc of all of my show notes. So if there's some things that I think would spark a conversation, I'm going to start sharing on pre-episode discussions. And other people can share some stuff there too if they think would be useful to be in the episodes. All right, I think that's it for our housekeeping, so we'll just start diving into it. Towards the end of October, start of November, there was a churning meetup in Boston put together by PUJ, so thank you very much for putting it together. And to all you that I met there, it was nice to meet all of you, including Rob and a few others. Rob is a part of the Milenomics podcast. If you hadn't given them a listen, give them a listen. Why not? Got some good stuff going on there. And I'm really terrible with names, so apologies if I'm not mentioning your name, but I had some really good discussions there. Thanks all for chatting and meeting there. And again, thanks PUJ for putting that together. Next, just a few things that happened to me. I don't know if anybody else, but I like to do tap to pay on most things. I use the physical card when I do tap to pay. But I found that often American Express just doesn't work for tap to pay. And it's specifically American Express. Like I can tap to pay other cards. Maybe it's just like certain stores or certain point of sale systems. I know like a local grocery store just doesn't like American Express tap to pay. It always fails. And they're like, oh, is that American Express? Yeah, it doesn't work for tap to pay. You got to chip it or choose a different card. I wonder if maybe American Express charges more for tap to pay. I know that most cards do charge more for the chip or for the tap to pay, because I think there's advanced technologies on there as compared to just the chip. I think they charge a little bit more for it. But I'd be surprised if that was the reason, honestly. And little do these companies know, like Visa Infinites have higher interchange fees than most other cards. So when they blacklist something like, or when they deny list something like American Express, they're really getting bad fees elsewhere as well. They just don't know. Next, the Open Care gift card came in and I tried to use it. And Visa gift cards are such a pain to use, man. I know a lot of people do manufactured spend and get Visa gift cards from it, but I don't know how they deal with Visa gift cards. Like, I'm not even trying to liquidate it. I'm just trying to genuinely use the card. Like, I booked some tickets to And Juliet, the musical, and wanted to use my $150 gift card because my purchase was $149. Put it in, denied. I'm like, okay, maybe the total's too close to the total of the gift card. Tried again, denied. Try adding it to my PayPal, then paying for it, denied. And I call their number at the back of the card, not even the back of the card because they don't mail you a physical card anymore. You get the digital card online, which does have its benefits because you can get a new card number pretty easily. But the agent's like, oh, it looks like you tried to shop with PayPal. I was like, oh, one of them I did add it to my PayPal, but one of them now I'm just checking out at Ticketmaster. And like, well, it's showing up as PayPal. And I'm like, oh, I think Ticketmaster just uses PayPal for all of their transactions. And the agent's like, oh, we completely just block all PayPal transactions. I'm like, well, Ticketmaster uses PayPal exclusively, so I don't have any other way of buying the tickets. Like, oh, why don't you try using it somewhere else, like Amazon? Let me know. I want to use it for this transaction. So after like an hour back and forth, they sent me a new card number. They were like, oh, it got froze for fraud, so let's try it again. I tried it again, still denied. I found that you can just buy Ticketmaster gift cards on their website. And when they do that, it doesn't go through PayPal. So I'm able to check out fine and they don't deny it. So I converted my Visa gift card into a Ticketmaster gift card, and then I used my Ticketmaster gift card to buy the tickets. And I hate Visa gift cards. In the future, I'll just pick an Amazon gift card. I'll just add it to my ever-growing Amazon gift card stockade. Next, my Varo bonus fully paid out. On August 22nd of 2024, I did a $2,001 real direct deposit. On September 5th, I did a $5,001 direct deposit. On September 9th, I got the $100 promotion report 199 int credit posted. On September 19th, I did a $501 real direct deposit. On October 3rd, got the $100 promotion credit. On the October 3rd and 17th, I did two $501 real direct deposits, and then November 2nd, 2024, the final $100 payment posted. So pretty easy $300 bonus. It was targeted. I saw it in my app. There was also a tracker, but the tracker was never really updated well. But it's nice to add to my growing list of bank account bonuses this year. Thus far, I'm up to $5,657 of bank account bonuses just for this year. Definitely my highest. No, not my highest. 2022 was a little bit higher at 6160, but definitely a really good year. I still have $400 pending from Wings Credit Union, which was for direct deposit $5,000 in 60 days and do 5 $25 debit loads for $400, as well as my city savings or my city checking bonus. That's for deposit $10,000 and keep it for 45. Deposit $10,000 in 45 days, keep it for 45 days for $400. Then I'm also doing the American Express high interest savings, which I did wind up opening up. I discussed this last episode where I have like kind of tight timings, but it's going to work out, I think, in my favor. I've linked all the bank accounts too. If you want to hear about that, definitely check out last episode. But that one's for $350, so that's a pending, what's that, $1,250 in bank account bonuses, which will be my highest for bank account bonuses since I've kept track, since I've started this. So bank account bonuses definitely not going dry. They're still going strong. All right, next we have some Peacock premium deals. It looks like my tab closed maybe. Let's see if I can find it. I know Bleak Choo Choo was talking about some streaming service discounts in the Discord, and this was one of them. It looks like Peacock is offering their ad-supported version with a promo code that I'm not reading because it's just gibberish. You can get 12 months for $20 or month to month for $2. So not bad. I would hate spending full price. I think I have Peacock right now for. I think we bought it for $80 for the year, but then got Netflix for free through Verizon. My mom's Verizon plan. You have to have like unlimited, and my mom has unlimited or did. Ooh, that's a good question. She's just switched to Mint, but my brother's still on Verizon, so she should probably keep that. I don't know what would happen if she were to cancel that before. That's a good point. I'll have to bring that up with her. All right, next, definitely very location specific. Actually, this is expired now, but Market Basket was offering no purchase fees on Visa or MasterCard gift cards from the 3rd of November until the 9th of November. I didn't capitalize on this. I just couldn't be bothered, really. Like I said, I hate Visa gift cards, and I don't want to even have the burden of doing it. Some amazing news for me, Juno. Remember on Juno, they locked my funds back in like May. They paid out. So we received an email on October 24th from Evolve asking for where do you want your funds to be paid out. In the email, it specified that you have a Juno payout or an Evolve payout balance and a Synapse balance, and that they were paying out the Juno balance, the Evolve payout amount, not the Synapse balance. Even though Synapse, I think, is still going through litigation, and maybe we'll get some funds out. I actually got this email while I was at the Boston churning meetup and just like hastily filled it out. I was like, oh my God, yes, I'm getting my money. And I didn't heed what funds were where on there was a screen in the form that said Evolve payout and Synapse payout. I just saw my number and I was like, that's it. Oh my God, yes. So I went up calling, and the agent didn't seem really know what they were talking about, but eventually they were able to tell me, yes, the balance listed is for Evolve payout, not for Synapse balance. So I should be getting paid out. And lo and behold, on November 19th, which was yesterday, I received my full payout. So I had about $4,000 frozen, and they gave me a little bit extra that was frozen. I had my balance written down. So it looks like they paid out a little interest from, I don't know from when until when, but I'm just happy to get it back. I fully wrote it off in my like tracker that I lost the 4K. So now my tracker just goes back up 4K. It's almost like I gained money, but I really didn't, if that makes sense. Next, Dr. Credit's reporting that American Express Business Centurion card is introducing a cap for the 50% rebate at 3 million points. This is specifically for the American Express travel portal, where you get 50% points back when you book any flights through the portal, and they're implementing a limit. It's crazy they have to implement this limit, but people must be using it to that extent. So, kind of crazy. Next, Dr. Credit has a great write-up on end-of-year credit card checklist for 2024, really for every year. They've done it for every single year since 2015. And it's just a really great write-up to read up and make sure you've utilized all your credits. If you have anything like Bank of America Premium Rewards card gets $100 statement credit for incidental airline fees, but it also works for American Airlines gift cards. American Express Platinum has a laundry list of things. I have to check and see if my Sam's, or not my Sam's Club, my Saks Fifth Avenue credit is available yet. It's like every 6 months, but I can't remember when I initially did that. But definitely take a look before the year ends. You can sometimes double dip on things, so capitalize the way I can. Next, Gels over on Discord shared this, that gift cards galore is shutting down. I honestly wasn't aware of this, but they seem like a place where they shared a bunch of gift card deals. Reading through the comments, it kind of goes crazy. They specifically reference things like the recent elections in the United States, and I'm not going to get politics here, but they talked about that being a reason why they don't want to do this anymore. And the comments just went crazy. And it looks like Stephen Pepper, who is the author, and that's an interesting name considering like pepper, like pepper points, is now responding to some of these things. Like people are saying, it's just some ridiculous things in the comments. And he actually replied. I remember when I read originally, he hadn't replied yet. Now it looks like he went back and replied to a lot of people. So if you want to have an interesting read, go through there and take a look. But it's sad to see sites like this shut down. I'm sure it took a lot of effort to do these. And I mean, I didn't even know about it, but I would have been nice to know about this earlier. It would have been a nice area to have like a nice consolidated gift card spot. But I'm sure Pepper has made this a little bit less needed at this point. Yeah, reading through these comments are kind of ridiculous. Maybe just avoid it, honestly. Just don't look. Just take my word for it. All right, next. I got an email from Save that they're transitioning to a new investment account provider. And they're asking to like approve of the change and where do you want your funds to go. I just said to close my account. I think I had like $2 in there. So they sent it to me and I'm happy to call it quits. I think Kai over at the Daily Churn called them a scam. He's not very happy with how they handled the referrals. I mean, he was pretty forthright to say that like he did get free money from them just from a bunch of referrals and he's grateful for it, but that it seemed like he was going to get a lot more from his referrals. Like he had something crazy like 100 referrals or something and you get $5,000 of equivalent investments put away into, he thought, the S&P 500, and those equivalent investments over a year in the S&P 500 would have gained like, I don't know, 50 to 100%. I don't know that. I don't track the S&P 500 that closely. I just know it's gone up substantially, and he's only gained like $1,200 from it. I mean, only is pretty hard to say, but it worked out to being something like $20 a referral, which is obviously a lot less than you'd expect when you're getting $5,000 equivalent investments. But it was difficult to find, but everything was on their site. They did say that the funds that it's being placed into is their like market strategy fund, and I will agree that they didn't really specify what that's made up of, but they did give like a blended percentage breakdown where most of it is in like stable assets. So I'm not surprised it didn't go up by a lot. I think mine performed a lot better than his actually, which is quite interesting. I think mine performed way better than his. I'd have to go back and look and see what my performance was. Yeah, so my gains on the 3 referral bonuses were $168. So if I have 3 referral bonuses and each were at 5,000, so that's 15,000. 168.81 divided by 15,000 is, I guess 1% rate of return. Yeah, he's not wrong. I think I did get more average per each. I think I got like $50, but definitely not great. I wouldn't call it, I would call it a scam. I would call it a scam. It's not a literal scam, but it is a scam. You're not getting, it makes it seem like it's going to be way more than it is, when in reality it's way less. So I guess that's kind of a scam, but not like legally a scam. All right, let's move on. U.S. Bank Altitude Reserve gets discontinued, and it's confirmed. So the card is no longer available to apply for. So that guy, what was his name? U.S. Bank. Stan the Credit Frog got it right. He shared that he thought that the card was going to be discontinued based on some rumors, and it turns out that it did get discontinued. The card is no longer available for applications. It's looking like they're going to keep it at least down for a little bit while the U.S. Bank the U.S. Bank Smartly card is available for applications. And I think we'll discuss that coming up here in a little bit. But there's a Dr. Credit discussion on that if you're interested. I know a lot of people on our credit cards really like that, the U.S. Bank Altitude Reserve card, because it gets 4.5% on basically all purchases, because you can use digital wallets, get 4.5% when you redeem for travel, which again, you have to redeem for travel. Just like the Bank of America Preferred Rewards Elite card gets a 20% boost when you redeem the points for travel credit. Not travel credit, but for travel purchase on the portal. But then got to use the portal, and it's like a whole third-party thing, and yeah, it's a pain in the butt. All right, next, Red Soul Federal Credit Union, everyone's favorite now geo-fenced credit union, has a $500 checking bonus. It's for new members only, unfortunately, and it is still tied to Tennessee and Atlanta. I think that's TNNAL. Pretty good bonus, but again, it's not available for current members, and it's geo-restricted. Next, the Schwab Investor Card from American Express is a $300 sign-up bonus. I actually considered applying for this and did apply for it because they don't pull your credit. American Express doesn't pull your credit when you already have cards. And I applied and got pop-up jail, which I thought was crazy because I only have 2 cards with them. I have a American Express Blue Cash Preferred. I got that for the sign-up bonus, which I think was also $300. And the Platinum, which had the $175 sign-up bonus. I tried the back button trick, which essentially, if you're unaware, I think American Express is starting to crack down on it now from what I've seen, at least when I called in. But if you get the pop-up that says you're not eligible for this sign-on bonus, do you want to apply anyway? If you just hit the back button, you can go back and fill out the application again, and your first application will, I think, go pending, and your second one will as well, and then your second one will get instant denied because it's a duplicate, or vice versa. The first one will get instant denied, and the second one will get pending. And if you call and tell them to push through the one that's a duplicate, I believe. Let me see if I can find the actual instructions. Here it is. Do not click no on the pop-up on the first application. Just hit the back button, and you'll want the first application to be active still, so the second application gets auto-canceled due to it being a duplicate. When you do it right, you can call the rep and ask them to approve the duplicate and not the original one that's pending, and you will have the sign-up bonus put on. When I called to try and do this, I also had issues with when I clicked the back button, it didn't go back. It stayed on the same page. So I tried a new window instead to apply, and from what I've seen, the data points didn't match what I had. So I didn't go through and accept it. I did call to ask and see if they could like verify if the sign-up bonus is attached, but the guy was like, "Oh, I'm seeing 2 applications here. Did you get the pop-up?" And then hit the back button. And I was like, no, I made an error on the form and had to go back and update my income." And he was like, "Well, I can't verify if you have the sign-up bonus or not until you get approved." So I just didn't accept the offer. So maybe maybe the back button trick doesn't work anymore. Who knows? Next, the Amazon Prime Visa has its $200 sign-up bonus back. It is, where's my tab? I forgot to close. It's just for a purchase. You don't have to make any spend. So in my opinion, obviously I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice, but it should be considered a taxable income because you don't have any purchase. Like in order for sign-up bonuses to have it to be tax-free, you have to make a purchase. And with with the Chase Amazon card, you just open the card and you get a free $200. People on Reddit are saying that it's not taxable because you're getting points, which are not cash, but can be exchanged for cash. You don't have to pay. You have to pay tax on that. But I don't believe that's correct. I mean, they also might not issue a 1099 for it, but again, it could still be income and it could still be considered taxable. But definitely consult your own financial advisor, your own tax advisor for that advice. But this is the highest that the Prime Visa goes to. It does not look at 524 status, but it does take up a 524 slot. So if you're lull 24, you can get approved. And I do have a referral. It gives me $50. You still get the $200. So go for it if you'd like. I'd appreciate it. Next, we have some city updates from Reddit. This is from user Spicy Fervor. They said that city files trademarks for the Strata Lounge, which is true. They're trying to get in on the lounge race. It looks like their Strata Elite card might have like a bundled some kind of lounge accesses, but I guess time will tell with what happens there. And City also went and added purchase protection to a bunch of their cards. I originally saw it by user TBFL on Reddit saying that the custom cash got purchase protection added, which specifically says starting November 17th, extended warranty may protect purchases made with your card. Check out the guide to protection benefits to learn more. If you have any questions, blah, blah, blah. And then there's a link to a PDF that they have detailing their benefits. It specifically comes from MasterCard. So it looks like they either renegotiated their MasterCard benefits or it's now just included or something. But where the heck can I zoom in? Fit page? It's not very big. That credit has more details on it where it's specifically an extended warranty benefit to many of their cards, including the Double Cash, Custom Cash, and possibly other set of cards that are on the MasterCard network. It is for an extended warranty, doubles the time period of your covered purchases, original manufacturer warranty, or store warranty up to a maximum of 24 months following the date that the manufacturer warranty or store warranty expires. If you purchase a purchased warranty of 24 months or less on a covered purchased with an original manufacturer's warranty, this coverage doubles the time period of the covered purchase's original manufacturer warranty up to an additional 24 months following the day that the original manufacturer warranty and the purchaser's warranty period ends. So it's nice. It's like one of those benefits you don't really think about that you have access to. Looking at, I don't know if I can still, what is the maximum claim amount? Maximum benefit for repair or replacement shall not exceed the lesser of the following per claim: the actual purchase price of the covered purchase charge on your covered card, less shipping and handling fees, the actual cost of the repair, the actual cost of replacement with an item of like kind and quality, or $10,000. So maximum $10,000. But when you use these, you do have to like go through the due diligence of finding a place to quote you a repair if possible. And then if that doesn't work, then you get the actual price refunded. So it's a bit of a pain, but if you made a purchase and there's something wrong with it and you want to try and use the manufacturer's warranty and it's expired, it's nice to have this thing to fall back on. Next, Wyndham's from Dr. Credit, Wyndham status from credit card to no longer matched Caesars. I know a lot of people use this for like free gambling money, I think, and free like comp stays. But currently, business earner card grants diamond status, personal card grants gold status, and earner plus grants platinum status. Having business card was useful for people matching between the two programs to get free cruises. In addition, the amount of points you can transfer between the two programs has been halved to 30,000 points from 60,000 points. Beginning February 1st, 2025, Wyndham Rewards cardholders will no longer be able to match their Wyndham Rewards Platinum and Diamond member level obtained as a result of being a cardholder, as opposed to earning their membership through stays into the Caesars Rewards program. Sad for those that use it, but doesn't impact me really. Those things are always seem like they're going to be too good to last, and they normally don't. All right, next, Dr. Credit's reporting that there's a your mileage may vary Target Circle promotion for cardholders, specifically $50 off when you spend $50 or more when you subscribe to Target Circle 360 for $50. So spend $50 to become Target Circle 360 and then spend $50 and then get a $50 gift card. So essentially you get $50 worth of products for free by signing up for Target Circle for a year. I don't see this, but I think Target Circle gets you like shipping things like Amazon does. Doesn't seem like it's really worth it to me. All right, next, bit of an exclusive for y'all. Do you like free money? All right, so here's the deal. Swagbucks is offering a sign-up bonus for the Discover checking account for $110. You can also do My Points if you prefer that instead, which is $18.70 My Points. I never had good luck with My Points. But I have had luck at Swagbucks in the past. Sometimes they don't pay out for some people, but it seems to be okay. Some people in the comments reported that they're having a hard time getting Swagbucks to track. So if you do this and you're not used to Swagbucks, take screenshots of you going through it. It's a pain, I know, but if you really want the $110, you need to have proof that you did these things. So take screenshots while you're going through of you clicking from the portal, of you going to Discover and you signing up. You need to sign up for a Discover checking account, and you need to deposit $50. And I'm hearing from Dr. Credit that if you withdraw the funds within the first month, you will get your Swagbucks revoked. So it's just $50. You just need to deposit $50 leaving the account, and you'll get 110 Swagbucks. Now, where this becomes juicy is for the past few months, I've been using this checking account's debit card. The debit card earns 1% cash back, up to $3,000 in spend, which is $30 per month in cash back. You can take the debit card, load the funds from the debit card into Apple Cash. So if you have an Apple device, you can have a Apple Cash balance, and you can fill that with a debit card for free. Discover's paying out their 1% cash back on that debit load. So I've been getting $30 for the past like 4 months for free every month. I 3 times per month go into my Apple Cash and I load $1,000 from my Discover checking account. Well, what I really do is I take $1,000 from my Wealthfront, where all my money is, move it to my Discover savings account, move it from my Discover savings account to my Discover checking account. I just do that because my Discover savings is linked, not my checking. I then load $1,000 from my Discover debit card over to Apple Cash. I immediately withdraw it to my Wealthfront account. It usually gets back to the Wealthfront in like a few days, and then I do that 2 more times. At the end of the month, you'll see your cash back as available in your Discover account. Something that you do want to heed: the transaction doesn't immediately show that it's going to earn cash back. I assume they do their calculations at the end of the month. So when the month ends or when your statement closes, I'm not sure exactly which one it is, but you'll see your cash back post, and you'll get $30 and you can just redeem it immediately. Do note, though, doing things like this is obviously not the intended purpose of their debit card, nor is it the intended purpose of Apple Cash. If you value Apple Cash highly, or you value your Discover checking account highly, just be a bit weary. they could shut you down for something like this. It's only $30. I think that they would just tell you to stop doing it before that happens, or they would shut down your Discover checking account. I don't think your Apple Cash would be shut down because I don't think they're losing anything on this transaction. I think Discover's losing. But definitely heed that warning. But it's like a free $30 per month. I've been doing it for the past few months. It's like, that's like a dinner right there. Why not? It takes maybe 5 minutes in my month. Discord member on our Discord, JRAM0042, says that they're having a hard time opening up the Discover checking account, and they said that they needed to open up a savings account first. So if you do go for this, maybe heed that warning. All right, next, I've already done this bank account bonus, but looks like the American Express checking sign-up bonus is increased from $200 to $250 for some people. It is targeted. It shows up in your like my offers under your membership offers in your current existing relationship with American Express. I think it's definitely worth it for that. You just have to do 2 separate $1,000 direct deposits in 90 days. I have my data points in the show notes if you are interested. All right, next. As predicted, here's our U.S. Bank launches Smartly Visa Signature Card. The card's now accepting applications, and they're also accepting product changes to this card. So if you for some reason want to do a product change, there's no sign-on bonus except for 0% intro APR. So it wouldn't be a bad thing to product change if you're really interested in that. I'm considering doing a deep dive into this card versus like the Bank of America preferred rewards status. If you'd like that, go over to the show notes and vote on the poll if you're interested. Maybe I'll do an episode like that. All right, next we have some major changes to U.S. Bank Altitude Connect and Go cards. So this is kind of going the way of the Uber card, if you remember that, where the card had 4% unlimited cash back. I think it was unlimited on restaurants. And like after a few years, they added limits to that first. And then they just fully shut the card down and transitioned everyone to a Barclays View card, which is terrible. But now this U.S. Bank Altitude Connect and Go cards on November 11th have added a $1,000 per quarter limit on the Connect gas category, as well as on the Forex dining category on the Go card. There is a $2,000 quarterly limit beginning April 14th of 2025. Both obviously negative changes. I hate when companies do bait and switches like this, when they have the card and then they change the rewards. Like I have the FNBO Ducks Unlimited card, which I have grandfathered at 5% back on sporting goods and gas purchases. So I exclusively use it for my gas card. It literally just lives in my car and I'll just pay for gas at the pump with it. And they changed the card to just be 1.5% cash back and everything, but their back books have remained the grandfathered 5%. So I have a very good opinion of FNBO because of this. Even though that's the Bank of Omaha. Never mind. Yeah, I have a great opinion of FNBO. Keep it up, FNBO. Next, we have a bunch of Chase things. So some news on Chase lounges. Chase is to open a Sapphire Lounge in Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport, PHX. It's now open as of November 12th. We also have Chase is opening up a pop-up Sapphire Lounge at the Area Resort and Casino, which is a really interesting spot to open up a lounge. I guess people there maybe are affluent and they're trying to just shove it in their face like, hey, you could have a Chase lounge by having a Chase card. The lounge is opening on November 16th. It will feature food from restaurant Momofuku and drinks from Apotheke. It's unclear how long the lounge will remain open or where exactly it is at the Area Resort and Casino it will be located. I wonder if anybody has said where it actually is. I don't see it. If you know, let me know. I'm curious. Next, Chase is no longer allowing reconsiderations for some credit cards, according to Dr. Credit. Many readers comment on a recent post about Chase not allowing them the ability to go through a reconsideration process on denied credit card applications. We know they've become tightened business that they've been tightening business credit card approvals, but I found it surprising that they would even allow a reconsideration process for some of these applications. There are probably certain denial reasons that the reps are trained to not even allow a reconsider process, given that they know it won't be overturned. And they go on to explain more on that. I have also been reading this, mostly from Reddit and Doctor of Credit, on Chase becoming a little bit stricter with their approval process, and this kind of falls in line with that. Just keep that in mind when you're applying for your Chase cards, that you could get denied and not have recon ability. Next, Dr. Credit reported that Chase is doing increased offers starting on November 17th for $70K for Chase Sapphire Preferred, as well as $250 for the Chase Freedom Unlimited. Let me see if I can find the link to Chase Sapphire Preferred, because I don't know if it's... Yeah, it's been a few days and online is still showing $70K base for Chase Sapphire Preferred. Not seeing the $70K, it's at $60K. It was $60K with $300. It was $70K with $300 on the portal in branch, but you had to spend, I think, $6K in the first 3 months, maybe for 6 months. But it was $60K plus $300 just through referrals, I believe, which is a pretty good deal. So if they're not giving this $70K offer soon, then definitely a downgrade in offers. Next, we have a huge write-up by a user on Reddit by the name of... who posted this on our churning? Harada ITO. 112 upvotes, which is some of the most I've ever seen on Dr. Credit or on our churning. But essentially, odds of approval by number of inks. If you have one, your odds of approval are 88%. Sorry, that does not seem right. If you have 0 inks, your odds of approval are 87%. If you have 1 link, it's 68, 2, 57, 3, 18, and 4, 0. The data points are kind of sparse, so obviously things come and go, but just keep that in mind with how many inks you currently have if you're trying to go for more. All right, next we have a targeted e-trade checking bonus for $250. So I believe this comes in email, so you must receive an email for it. But if you make 2 qualifying direct deposits, $1,000 or more within 90 days of opening your new account, you'll get a $250 bonus. It's specifically opening a checking or max rate checking. Not bad. If you're targeted, I would go for it. There's no fees to worry about with their cards. Next, bit of a negative change to Pepper, but I don't think, honestly, one that's really going to impact many people. Pepper is now going to have your points expire 60 days after inactivity. So Pepper sent out an email to users informing them that points will now expire after 60 days of inactivity starting November 15th. If you already made a purchase, then you will have a grace period until February 1st of 2025. I understand apps adding expiration policies, but 60 days seems unnecessarily harsh. At this moment, it probably doesn't matter too much as deals are so good, but if they start drying up, this could become a much bigger issue. Is it points expire 60 days? Points expires if 60 days pass without a purchase. That's different. I mean, I initially thought it was from 60 days of the issuing of the points, but you can you can just buy like $1 on Amazon. You can do as little as $1 and you can just keep your account in good standings and it won't get closed. Just keep that in mind. Next, we have the Citizens Bank is doing between $250 and $500 savings account bonus based on you deposit 10 to 20K. This is for a lot of states, including mostly Northeast, Connecticut, Delaware, Massachusetts, Maine, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, Ohio. I think it's OH. Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Vermont, Virginia, DC, Maryland, and Florida. I think I got all that right. The account earns 0.07% APY, so not totally great. Get $250 when you deposit $10K and leave it until March 5th. That seems way too long if you ask me. This works well for existing customers. Deal doesn't work out. Deal works out to be 10% annualized if you assume the 3-month hold period will be slightly longer than this, so not as good. Yeah, I don't love this. Citizens has just had better bonus in the past, and honestly, the better ones out there right now. City has the $400 for $45 days of holding. The American Express one, I think that one's targeted, but that's $350 for, I think, 60 days of holding, and that account earns 4%. This earns 0. So if you don't have anything else, it's not terrible, but I wouldn't jump on it immediately. Next, Spirit filed for bankruptcy. Not surprising after they were denied to be purchased by JetBlue. They're still going to be flying and they're still taking purchases for their flights. I would just be a bit weary of Spirit flights coming up. Next, I received a targeted Venmo debit card promotion to earn 10% cash back up to $25. I've been doing this. It started on November 8th and it's good until the end of the year. Venmo does this thing where they're only doing like 8,000 of the bonuses, and there's no way to track how many people have done it. So I'm just going to spend the $250 max and see if I get it. I've made some purchases, and I haven't seen those purchases earn any cash back. Like in the past, when you have offers, when the purchase posts to the card, not when it's pending, when it actually posts, it'll tell you like your cash back you earned. But this one isn't doing it. So I'm curious if they're going to pay it out in a lump sum, or maybe the 8,000 were already redeemed. But I made the purchases like maybe within 10 days of the 8th. I'd be surprised if they all went out, but it's possible. I received a pop-up in my email as well as in the app itself. Next, we have a no-brainer alert. No-brainer alert. There's a no-brainer checking bonus to go for. Capital One is offering a $300 nationwide checking bonus. All you have to do is 2 direct deposit of $5 or more. There's no fee associated with the account. You must have 2 direct deposits, each of $500 or more, within 75 days of opening the account. You cannot have held an account with Capital One since January 1st, 2023 or later. So it looks like they reset these at the beginning of the year. So I currently have a Capital One checking account, so I need to close that. So I'll be eligible. It seems like if they have a promotion like 2025 at some point. No, 2026. I don't know. At some point in the future. But this is definitely a no-brainer bonus. They had a $350 bonus last year, but I think this $300 bonus is definitely worth doing. Go for it. I think they're a great account as well. I like the app, ease of use, no-brainer. Next, Barclays JetBlue Plus card has an elevated sign-up bonus at 80,000 points. It was showing up in the app, and now there is a direct link available, and it's until December 3rd. This is for spending $1,000 within 90 days. I almost went for this. I live in Massachusetts, and JetBlue is a pretty big hub in Boston. But I'm scared of being denied. Looking at data points in the comments, a lot of people are getting denied for being like 512. I have a pretty recent high velocity, and people are getting denied at like 324. So not great. I'm not going to get approved. Next, we have a little bit of traveling to talk about. So I went to Savannah, Georgia. I flew from Boston Logan to Savannah. I noticed that Davio's restaurant is now on Bank of America Preferred Rewards Elite Priority Pass. But looking at their menu, there's like nothing on the menu under $28, and that's what the Priority Pass access gets for restaurants. So I didn't go there. I went with a friend. And instead, I went to my classic Stephanie's. It was yummy. I had a guest. We both got $28. I only paid $10 out of pocket for tip. It was great. We then tried to go over to the Chase Sapphire Lounge, and the night prior, I was like scheming, and I'm like, wait, I have 4 Priority Pass cards. Only one of them has gotten into the Chase Lounge, and each Priority Pass card gets 1 per year. So I was like, oh, maybe I can just use my pass for myself and my friend. I went up to the agent. I'm like, hi, I would like to use 2 Priority Passes, my friend and my friend and myself. And she was like, sorry, the Priority Pass's name has to match the boarding pass. And I was like, oh, really? Like, why? And she was like, oh, it just has to match. I'm like, but like they both get the access. Why can't we go in? And she's like, well, I'm already reaching capacity, or I already have too many priority passes in the system, and it doesn't match the boarding pass. And I'm like, all right, fine. So we went over to the lounge instead in Terminal B. But it was frustrating. Like, I obviously know what the rules are. I was hoping to just be able to get in, but it didn't work. I posted it on our churning as a frustration, and obviously got downvoted. People there were were a bit rude, but it was kind of funny. Actually, I got some pretty good laughs out of it. But I guess that doesn't work. Apparently, it was known already to many people. But I figured to give it a shot. Why not see what they say? The lady was not having it, which fair. Next, we went to downtown Savannah, which is a really nice city. People were raving about it. I thought it was nice. It like nothing crazy. It was kind of the Europe-y vibes, just like cool, like cobble streets, nice shops. We stayed at the Hotel Indico, which gave us a free drink at the hotel bar, which was kind of cool. The hotel was terrible, but it got the job done. And then we drove down to Charlotte, South Carolina, or up to Charlotte, South Carolina, which is also a nice city. They have a lot of nice places to eat there, places to drink. Also, if you're in Charlotte, if you're in Charlotte, New York, or somewhere in California, download the Blackbird app. They're giving a bunch of free food away. Like, we got 6 free wings and a free beer. Like, I mean free, literally, you don't even get a bill. There wasn't even a way for me to pay if I wanted to. Then we got a free breakfast sandwich and coffee, which cost total $25 each. The 3 of us got that for free. I don't know how these restaurants are doing it or how Blackbird's doing it, but it'll end at some point, so might as well capitalize. And then we flew out of CHS, which is Charlotte, South Carolina's airport. Nice airport, small, clean. We went to the club lounge, which was nice. It's like, it has it's elevated and has an overlook of like a terminal. It's just a cool lounge. The food was fine. I didn't drink. It was good. It did the job. The flights were good too. I flew, who did I fly there? I don't remember. Delta on the way back. Can't remember who was there. But, it was American. Maybe. I don't know. Who cares? All right, next. There's a Mumu sign-up offer. Get $3 bonus when you invest $20,000. You have a $20,000 investment transfer. I believe there's a write-up in the comments of how to actually go about doing this. I don't think it's worth it. It's a pain to use. Their coupon system's odd. Kind of just a miss, honestly. Next, Live Oak Bank Savings Bonus. This was nationwide for $300. Open a Live Oak Bank saving account by January 13th. Deposit $20,000 into account by also January 13th. And maintain the balance for 60 days. Seems like a pretty decent offer, honestly. And the account also earns 4.3% APY. So this is definitely better than the Citizens one. I guess you get an extra $200 with the Citizens, but you get 4%. It works out to 9.125% APY annualized. So technically, I think the Citizens is better, but my brain doesn't want to allow me to think that. And I think this was actually $200 before. No, yeah, it was $200 before. Now it's $300. If you want to, go for it. It's not too bad. Next, we have a pretty crazy bank account bonus for, I don't know what AR is, at Arkansas, Texas, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Montana, and Kansas. Simmons Bank's offering a $900 checking bonus. If you're in Kansas City, you need to open up with a particular promo code. You need to enroll in online banking and just set up a direct deposit. All 3 of them are the same requirements, just open up different bank accounts. Texas, Arkansas, and Oklahoma, you can get up to $600. There's no fees associated with this. This is an incredibly good offer. If you're able to go for this and you live in the States, definitely do it. Another no-brainer offer. Why not? That's a free $600. Next, we have, what the heck is this? Trustco Bank. Did I open this? Why do I have a comment here? Yes, I applied for this and got denied. Trustco Bank is offering $200 checking and savings account bonus, direct deposit not required. The checking bonus is $200 and savings bonus is $100. Checking bonus only requires $500 in direct deposits. So I was going to open up the account, just the checking account, because the savings requires $10,000 balance, which is way too high. And it's a free checking account. Put $500 direct deposit in, earn $200. Looking at the direct deposit options, first, who is this? Trustco. There's no data points. But I went and applied. They need your TransUnion account unfrozen. Mine's frozen, so it told me to go unfreeze it. They soft pull. I unfroze it, applied again. It said I was still frozen. I waited a bit, applied again, said I was still frozen. Waited a bit, applied again. Told me I sent too many applications in the past 30 days and to call. So I haven't bothered to go through and try again. Other users have reported this too. They said they're going to try and call back, but I haven't seen an update. Pretty easy bonus. Not a no-brainer because it's only $200, but if you had some free time, why not go for it? Next, PayPal's offering through PayPal checkout 5% back on Walmart and Best Buy. This will stack with your Chase Freedom and Freedom Flex. So check the link on Doctor of Credit. See if you have this offer. It's valid until January 7th. I don't know what the limit is, but you should be able to stack with your PayPal category. Dwindling down to the end here. The Capital One DCA Airport Lounge to open tomorrow. I saw reports that it's only 5,500 square feet, and this is a different type of lounge. This lounge is specifically like restaurant style. You have to like get a seat and sit down. There will be a grab and go section, it looks like, but I read on the Points guy, who I hate, but still, that it's different than their other lounges. So I'm interested to see what that experience is like. I'll probably fly into DCA next time I'm down in the area and try it out and see what it's like. It's at the intersection of National Hall and Car Course D. All right, last few things here. Amazon Music Unlimited now includes Audible benefits. What are the exact benefits? You get 3 free months of Amazon Music Unlimited. Let me read. So it's just 3 free months of Audible with your 3 months of Amazon Music Unlimited. Not that crazy. I mean, you're probably getting like $30 in value. But I mean, if you already do Audible, why not try it? Next, if you have Capital One cafes near you, you can get a free drink on Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays at Capital One cafes with a little QR code. Their drinks are good. They're normally pretty cheap. And I like the cafes. They're made nice. There are locations in Arizona, California, Colorado, D.C., Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Massachusetts, I was going to say Mississippi. I think it's Mississippi. Montana, Minnesota, Nevada, New York, Ohio, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Texas, Virginia, and Washington. And there's a full list on their website. If you have one near you, check it out. Free drink and nice ambiance, honestly. Dwindling down here, there's Dr. Credit reported a Beyond Meat class action settlement for $7.5 million, $2 per claim, but you can submit up to 5 claims without proof, so you can get $10 total. I went through and submitted it. I've definitely purchased this for like a friend at some point. And why not get free $10? Your claim deadline is April 14th of next year. Last 4 things here. American Express Business Platinum extends Dell, Adobe, and Indeed credit. Dell credit's extended until June 30th. The Adobe credit of $150 is extended until June 30th as well. And the Indeed credit of $90 per quarter has no date listed, but it is extended. Nice. Nice to get these credits. You can hear it in my voice. I'm kind of running out of gas here. SiriusXM is offering 3 years for $299 a month. I'm pretty sure your American Express Platinum counts for SiriusXM, so not a bad way to use it. But I don't personally need SiriusXM. You do get it on the app and in the car, so I mean, that's honestly not too bad. I think it's like the cheapest that they go is $3 a month. Final two things are gift card deals. We have ShopRite is offering a $20 or $15 coupon off your next shopping trip when you purchase $100 in gift cards from November 24th to the 30th. And Costco is again offering their $100 Uber gift card as well as $100 Instacart gift card for $80. So 20% off. Great deals for those. All right, that's it, y'all. I'll probably have one out in the month of December. I hope you like that little exclusive. Let me know if you wind up using that little Discover $30 a month hack. I love getting free money like that. Why not? Support me on the Patreon if you want to. Take a look at the show notes and vote on if you want to hear that episode about a breakdown between Bank of America Premium Rewards and U.S. Bank Smartly relationships. And that's it. Thanks for listening. Have a good one, y'all.